Hello, wonderful viewers. Welcome back to the Septet Gates, LLC YouTube channel. I'm thrilled to bring you another insightful video that could potentially change your life. Today, we're diving into a topic that's been buzzing around for quite some time: free government money? That's right, there are various government grants available to support different needs. So, let's unravel the secrets and opportunities behind these resources. Before we jump into the specifics, let's get a clear understanding of what government grants are. Government grants are essentially financial assistance provided by the government to individuals, organizations, or communities for various purposes. These purposes can range from education and healthcare to business development and scientific research. Government grants come in various types, each designed to fulfill specific purposes and address particular needs within society. Here are some common types of government grants. Project grants. These grants fund specific projects, programs, or initiatives with a well-defined scope and purpose. They often require a detailed proposal outlining the project's objectives, methods, budget, and expected outcomes. Project grants can cover a wide range of areas, such as education, healthcare, environmental, conservation, arts and culture, and community development. Research grants. Research grants provide funding for scientific research, exploration, and innovation. They support advancements in fields like medicine, technology, social sciences, and environmental studies. Researchers and institutions often compete for research grants to conduct studies that contribute to knowledge and societal progress. Block grants. Block grants offer recipients a fixed amount of funding within a broad category, such as education, healthcare, social services, or community development. These grants provide greater flexibility to local governments or organizations to allocate funds according to their specific needs and priorities within the designated category. Operating grants. Operating grants are designed to cover the ongoing operational expenses of organizations, institutions, or businesses that provide essential services. These grants help maintain the day-to-day functioning of entities such as schools, healthcare facilities, and nonprofit organizations. Capacity building grants. Capacity building grants aim to strengthen the organizational capacity of nonprofits, community groups, and institutions. They support activities like staff training, infrastructure development, and technology enhancement to improve an organization's effectiveness and efficiency. Matching grants. Matching grants require the recipient to contribute a certain portion of the project's funding, which is then matched by the government agency. This type of grant encourages collaboration and shared responsibility between the government and the recipient. Formula grants. Formula grants allocate funding to recipients based on a predetermined formula, often involving factors like population size, poverty rates, or other demographic indicators. These grants aim to distribute resources fairly and proportionally among eligible recipients. Categorical grants. Categorical grants provide funding for specific categories or areas of need, such as education, healthcare, transportation, or housing. They often come with specific guidelines and requirements that recipients must adhere to when using the funds. Discretionary grants. Discretionary grants give government agencies the authority to select recipients and projects based on their judgment and priorities. Agencies may use their discretion to fund initiatives that align with their goals and objectives. Earmarked grants. Earmarked grants are funds set aside by the government for particular purposes, often specified by legislation. These grants ensure that resources are allocated to address specific issues or concerns. Emergency grants. Emergency grants provide funding during times of crisis, such as natural disasters, public health emergencies, or economic downturns. They aim to quickly address urgent needs and support recovery efforts. Incentive grants. Incentive grants encourage certain behaviors or outcomes by offering financial rewards to entities that achieve predetermined goals. These grants are often used to promote innovation, efficiency, and compliance with specific regulations. It's important to note that the availability and types of government grants can vary based on the country, level of government, federal, state, local, and specific agency responsible for administering the grants. Prospective grant seekers should research the relevant government agencies and programs to identify grant opportunities that align with their objectives. How grants differ from loans. Grants and loans are both forms of financial assistance, but they differ significantly in terms of how they work, their requirements, and their implications for the recipient. Here's a breakdown of the key differences between grants and loans. Grants. Purpose. Grants are typically provided to support specific projects, programs, initiatives, or individuals that align with the goals and priorities of the grant-giving entity, usually a government, agency, or a foundation. Funding source. Grants are funded by government agencies, private foundations, nonprofits, and other institutions. They do not need to be repaid by the recipient. Repayment. Recipients do not need to repay the funds received through a grant. Grants are considered a form of free money. Selection process. Grant applications often undergo a competitive review process where applicants submit proposals detailing their project's objectives, methods, budget, and expected outcomes. Recipients are chosen based on merit and alignment with the grantor's criteria. Requirements. While grants may come with certain terms and conditions, such as reporting on progress and outcomes, recipients generally have more flexibility in how they use the funds compared to loans. Impact. Grants are intended to support positive outcomes and societal benefits, often in areas like education, research, community development, or social services. Example: research institutions might receive grants to conduct scientific studies. Nonprofit organizations might receive grants to support community programs, and individuals might receive grants for academic or artistic pursuits. Loans. Purpose. Loans provide individuals, businesses, and organizations with financial resources that must be repaid over a specified period, typically with interest. Funding source. Loans can be provided by banks, financial institutions, governments, and other lending entities. Repayment. Borrowers are required to repay the borrowed amount, usually with interest, according to a repayment schedule. Loans are considered a form of debt. Selection process. Loans often involve a credit assessment and evaluation of the borrower's ability to repay. Collateral or a creditworthy cosigner may be required to secure certain types of loans. Requirements. Loans come with specific terms, conditions, and repayment expectations. Borrowers are expected to adhere to the agreed-upon repayment schedule. Impact. Loans can help individuals and businesses access funding for various purposes, such as education, home purchase, business expansion, or personal expenses. However, they can also lead to debt if not managed properly. Example: student loans provide funds for education expenses, mortgages help individuals purchase homes, and business loans support entrepreneurial ventures. In summary, grants are non-repayable funds provided to support specific projects or individuals, while loans are funds that must be repaid with interest over a specified period. Grants are typically awarded based on merit and alignment with the grantor's goals, while loans involve a credit assessment and repayment obligation. Each type of financial assistance serves a different purpose and comes with its own set of implications for the recipient. Certainly, there are numerous success stories of individuals, organizations, and projects that have benefited from government grants. Here are a few notable examples. Medical research and breakthroughs. The National Institutes of Health, NIH, in the United States provides substantial grants for medical research. Many medical breakthroughs and advancements in treatments for diseases like cancer, HIV/AIDS, and cardiovascular conditions have been made possible through NII grants. Renewable energy initiatives. Various governments offer grants to support renewable energy projects. The European Union's Horizon 2020 program funded projects like the Ocean Energy Systems Project, which focused on harnessing energy from ocean waves and tides. Education and scholarships. Governments often provide grants and scholarships to support education and research. For instance, the Fulbright program offers grants to facilitate international academic and cultural exchange, fostering mutual understanding between the United States and other countries. Small business growth. Small businesses can benefit from grants to fuel growth and innovation. In the UK Innovate, UK provides grants for innovative businesses to develop new technologies and products. These grants have contributed to the growth of various startups and SMEs. Social impact projects. Government grants can have a significant impact on social issues. The Homelessness Prevention and Rapid Rehousing Program in the United States, funded through the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act of 2009, provided grants to help individuals and families facing homelessness find stable housing. Environmental conservation. Grants often support initiatives aimed at protecting the environment. The Amazon Fund, funded by the Brazilian government, supports projects focused on conservation and sustainable development in the Amazon rainforest. Arts and culture. Government grants can foster artistic creativity and cultural expression. Canada's Canada Council for the Arts provides grants to support artists, writers, musicians, and other creatives, contributing to a vibrant cultural scene. Infrastructure development. Grants can fund critical infrastructure projects. The High-Speed Rail Grant Program in the United States, for example, supports the development of high-speed rail networks to improve transportation efficiency and reduce carbon emissions. Health initiatives. The President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, PEPFAR, has provided substantial grants to combat HIV/AIDS globally, leading to significant progress in preventing new infections and providing treatment and care. Scientific exploration. NASA's grants have enabled groundbreaking space exploration missions, such as the Mars rovers and the Hubble Space Telescope, which have expanded our understanding of the universe. These success stories highlight how government grants can drive progress, innovation, and positive change in various fields, contributing to economic, social, and scientific advancements. Tips for a strong application. Creating a strong application for a government grant requires careful planning, thorough research, and effective communication of your project's goals and potential impact. Here are some tips to help you develop a compelling grant application. Read and understand the guidelines. Carefully review the grant guidelines provided by the funding agency. Ensure you understand the eligibility criteria, application format, submission deadlines, and any specific requirements. Align with objectives. Clearly demonstrate how your project aligns with the goals and priorities of the grant program. Show how your project will contribute to addressing the challenges or issues the grant aims to support. Craft a strong proposal. Write a well-structured proposal that includes a clear project description, objectives, methods, timeline, and expected outcomes. Make a strong case for why your project deserves funding. Emphasize impact. Highlight the potential positive impact of your project. Clearly articulate how the outcomes will benefit individuals, communities, or society as a whole. Address evaluation and accountability. Describe how you will measure the success of your project. Explain the methods you'll use to track progress and evaluate outcomes. This demonstrates accountability and transparency. Budget wisely. Develop a detailed budget that covers all project expenses, including personnel, materials, equipment, and overhead costs. Ensure your budget is realistic and aligns with the grant amount you're requesting. Provide supporting evidence. Back up your claims with data, research findings, case studies, or testimonials that demonstrate the need for your project and its potential impact. Professional formatting. Present your application in a professional and organized manner. Use clear headings, subheadings, and bullet points to make the content easy to navigate and understand. Follow instructions. Adhere strictly to the application guidelines. Submit all required documents, forms, and attachments as requested. Failure to follow instructions can result in disqualification. Edit and proofread. Carefully proofread your application for grammar, spelling, and formatting errors. A well-edited application reflects your attention to detail and professionalism. Get feedback. Seek feedback from colleagues, mentors, or experts in your field. Their insights can help you refine your proposal and make it more compelling. Start early. Begin the application process well in advance of the deadline. This gives you ample time to research, plan, write, and revise your proposal without rushing. Be concise and clear. Present your ideas succinctly and avoid jargon. Make sure the reviewers can easily understand the significance of your project and its potential impact. Tell a compelling story. Frame your proposal as a narrative that explains why your project matters, what challenges it addresses, and how it will make a difference. Submit early. Aim to submit your application before the deadline to avoid any last-minute technical issues and ensure that your application is considered. Remember, competition for government grants can be fierce, so a well-prepared and persuasive application can significantly increase your chances of success. And there you have it, folks. Government grants are indeed a fantastic opportunity for free resources that can change lives. Whether you're an aspiring student, an entrepreneur with a groundbreaking idea, or a researcher looking to push the boundaries of knowledge, government grants can provide the support you need. Remember, persistence and thorough research are key. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Thank you for joining me today, and until next time, keep exploring, keep applying, and keep reaching for those grants.